Hello there, this is Gordon Zernich with a consumer report for you today. If you're like me, and when you go shopping and appreciate quality and value, then this report is for you. One of my favorite desserts or snacks, but mostly it's a dessert, happens to be what we all known back in the day as Fig Newtons. What I like about Fig Newtons is that it's nutritious and it's delicious. Mostly it has a lot of fruit, and the fruit is surrounded by a cookie, which is not very sweet. And I appreciate that because I don't really like very sweet desserts or snacks. On the weekends I might splurge a little bit with like frozen yogurt or something like that, which is like sweet, but normally I try to keep the sugars down and focus on the nutrition, and it's got to have a little bit of taste to it. So one of my desserts is Fig Newtons. Now Fig Newtons, you could buy either a generic kind of Fig Newton or you could get a national brand. There's a difference between the two. We'll start with the packaging. The national brand has a very distinctive and very attractive package that for the Fig Newtons, and it also has a benefit of, especially Nabisco, has like a resealable type container on that package, whereas you open it up and after it's open you can reseal it, put it back in the refrigerator, and that'll help to keep it fresh. Whereas with the generic, you don't have that resealable pack, but you have the Fig Newtons that are packaged in regular kind of packaging, whereas when you open it, take out as many for serving as you like, and then after you're done with that serving, you take the remainder of the package, you twist the top of it to keep the contents sealed, and put it back in the refrigerator, and all that helps to keep it fresh. There's another difference between the packaging between the generic and the national brand. As you can see in the photograph, that the generic looks like it's a smaller package, and it is a smaller package, whereas the national brand is a larger package. But if you look at the weight of each package, that really tells the story. Whereas the generic package actually weighs a pound, whereas the national brand package and contents, of course, weighs about, in this case, 12 ounces. So you have a larger package with the national brand, but less content than the generic, and that's important. Another fact between the generic brand and the national brand is that, just look at the size of the cookie. The generic brand cookie is a larger cookie with more fruit filling, whereas the national brand is a smaller cookie with less fruit filling. As you can see in this picture, there's 4 generic Fig Newtons and 4 of the Nabisco Fig Newtons, and you can easily see that the size of the generic is larger and has more fruit than the national brand. Now, I have no problem with one cookie being smaller or one cookie being larger. That doesn't bother me. The size of the package, yeah, that's going to make a difference. 12-ounce package as opposed to 16-ounce package. That makes a difference. But it's the price itself that makes the great difference between value and nutrition, and nutrition with less value. Again, I emphasize it one more time that if you look at the national brand, the packaging seems larger, but if you look at the weight is less, and the generic packaging looks smaller, but the weight is greater. So there's sort of like some kind of a game going on there. The big sticking point, though, between the national brand and the generic, at least in this case, has to do with cost. The generic brand, the cost for the generic brand is 99 cents a pound. The package is 1 pound, and the price is 99 cents, so that's fairly easy. So you just have to break out your trusty calculator here. And you break it out, and let's see what the difference is in the cost per ounce. When you look at the generic brand, it's about $1 a pound, and you divide that by 16 ounces, and you get 6 1/4 cents. So we have $3.68 per package. Let's divide that by 12 equals, that's 31 cents an ounce. So with the generic, we're paying 6 1/4 cents per ounce, and with the national brand, we're paying 31 cents an ounce. Once we check out the cookie, we can see that as far as nutritional value, there's no difference between the national brand and the generic. And as far as taste goes, well, there's no difference in taste between the national brand and the generic. And so the only difference happens to be a 25-cent upcharge per ounce. So basically the national brand costs 25 cents an ounce more than the generic for the same product. It's not a good value for the consumer at all. In fact, most of that upcharge is probably going to the national brand for any number of reasons, profit or other costs or charges that they may have. I don't know, but there's definitely a big difference in cost between the national brand and the generic, and no difference whatsoever in the nutritional value or the taste of the cookie. I'm not knocking Nabisco, don't get me wrong, but the price is a big difference. Chances are, if we really look around, we could probably find a coupon or something like that and recover, some of that cost anyway. That's a good use for a coupon. But if you don't save coupons and you're just trying to look for a value, and that value happens to be a function of cost too. So all things being equal, then the cost is going to determine it. And as far as the nutritional benefit and the taste, if it's the same, well, why pay more? And that's about it for my consumer report on this mid-December evening in South Florida. Temperatures are about 80 degrees. So we have this. And I'd like to wish you all a happy holiday and a great new year. Bye-bye.